to our session of Leadership in Conversation.
Thank
Darnley,
you.
could you please tell us a little bit about yourself and how your journey to the career that you chose?
Certainly, certainly. Well, I'm a native of Washington, D.C., where I am now. And I would say fairly early on, I developed an interest in finance and economics. And so during my college years, that was what I studied. And also developed an interest in international business, partly just from the importance of it and the curiosity of it, but also because it just simply seemed to be something that would lead to an interesting life.
So what events in your childhood led you to choose your current career path?
I don't know that there are specific events in my childhood. I guess as growing up, I was sort of more a quantitative person. I was fairly decent with numbers generally, at least up to a certain level of complexity. My dad actually was an engineer. So there was always some question as to whether I might go a sort of a technical route. And I kind of like science and things like that in school. But then at some point, probably sometime during secondary school, I got interested in just hearing a lot about the stock market, things like the stock market and the value of the dollar and all that, which all seemed very important, but I didn't really have much understanding of why. And I got curious as to why. So that was what led me to that particular interest.
Did you have influencers that helped you choose the career you chose?
To some extent, there are a couple of. I know my godfather's son actually went into banking. He's someone who got an MBA at around 1969 or 70. When the MBA degree was really first becoming a big thing, and not everybody in the world had one. And so he did that, and then went into investment, to what turned out to be investment banking and investment banking, which I barely knew what it was at the time, but he would come back with some interesting stories, and he spent some time in this exotic place that I'd never heard of called Dubai, that he was there for a year. And so I guess he would be someone who you consider an influence. I think generally the atmosphere that I came up in was one that would lead one toward the professions generally. A lot of people in my cohort, so to speak, a lot of people went toward a kind of a law degree or a medical degree. I didn't, but I decided to go more toward business and economics.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
so that was the biggest motivation to choose this career path?
Yeah, I think it was really the curiosity about what was going on in the world, and the types of professions that people seem to have. I hear someone being described as an economist, and that seemed to be an attractive profession, or people who are analysts of one sort or another. It seemed to play to some of my strengths as kind of an analyst researcher type.
Okay. That's great.
Okay, well, we thank you for your time and sharing your career and childhood experiences that led you to be the person you are today.